This is Family Convenience Store. We are located in 258 Reservoir Street, Harrisonburg, Virginia. Today we're going to show you how we make our national bread, which is called ambasha, and the other one is the spongy bread, which is Injera. These two are common in Ethiopia and Eritrea. We make the bread, the ambasha bread, using the all-purpose flour, and we make the injera using the teff flour. The teff flour is common in both countries. It's an ancient grain of Ethiopia, which is maybe 4,000, 5,000 years ago, and even more than that. It could be, it's credited in that area. They just try to grow this kind of grain nowadays in the United States, in Idaho, but it's not common in other countries. It's a highland area kind of grain, more than 2,000 feet, above sea level. That's the exact climatic area that it needs to grow the teff grain. And we just do this for today. We want to talk about how to mix to make it ready for an injera, the spongy bread. This is the teff flour. The teff flour mixed, and you mix it with the previous teff mixed with it, and so when it takes 3-4 days, the water comes to the top and the flour mixed stayed down to the bottom, and then you just take the water from that and keep it for the next mixing. You have to mix at first, with that kind of water. If not, it doesn't come right. So please, when you do this, it stayed, after it is mixed, to be ready for baking. It has to stay at least 4 days, sometimes 3 days, but mostly, 4 days is good. So after that, before the 4th day, you have to prepare the self-rising flour separately, and you make it overnight, and the next day,
how do you make it?
You mix it, with the self-rising flour, that is a wheat flour. Yeah, just simply with any kind of water, you don't need to have any kind of exception with that. So when you mix it, you also use the blender to mix it well, in order to make very fine kind of mixing. And then what you have to do is, you just let it stay overnight. The next day, you have to mix it with the teff flour. That means the flour is already mixed,
The teff starter.
Yeah. So when you mix this, it's ready. That means, and you start baking the injera.
Can you make it right away, or do you have to let it sit a little bit longer?
No, once it stayed overnight, the self-rising, you just have to mix it with the teff flour mixed. It's already fermented.
Okay.
And then you mix both, and then you start just right away baking on the grill. That means.
Okay. Yeah, so pick it up and show us how.
Yeah, this one is.
How, so you can see it doesn't leave
Yeah.
much on the
Yes.
ladle. It just leaves a very light film on the ladle, and that's
Yeah.
how you need to do it.
Yeah. This is for ready Injera also. That's
Yes, this is called leek, right?
Yes.
Leek.
Leek. Yeah. After done, after mixed everything, the next morning I cooking like this. I bake.
And you'll see that she does a very thin layer of this,
Yes.
and it's very
Why? Because some people he like thick, some people he like
thin. Yeah.
yeah.
And you'll see how thin the batter is when she puts it on in there. So that gives you an idea of the consistency it needs to be when you mix this up.
Yes.
And so you can see the little holes or eyes forming
Yes.
on the top.
Mm-hmm.
And she lets a lot of that absorb. And when it's just a little damp in the middle, she'll put the lid on it.
Yes. After that, I covering for my injera. That's it.
Hey, and how long you're gonna leave it for how long
She
now?
leaves it about 30 seconds.
Yeah, yeah. Not too long also. And this is ready almost.
And she cooks this at 500 degrees, so it's really quite hot.
Yeah.
And she uses this little mat to take it off
Take it off, and I have to put in here a little bit. It's cold also, a little bit warm.
let it, she lets it cool there, and then she stacks it.